Moving up close. And there's going to be quite a bit of resistance here on this B site. The question is what these teams are going to bring to the table that they haven't already done against each other. You mentioned it in the pregame. Shift had said it. There's a lot of history between these two on this map. And more recently, Seb going to find two. Ye finds two as well. It all comes down to the Sova on site. And the dart will go around the corner. And again, you'll continue to see why Sova is so coveted on specific maps, this one being one of them. Now look at the aggressive play over on A. You've got Phoenix all the way up on long A, right around the corner. Do they clear it? Yes! Rebo's got that next level intel. And Android and Seb both fall quickly. There's a deep tripwire down, but it's not going to make a difference. They've got site control, but they can't get the spike down just yet. It's far away from the play, so it's got to move into position. That actually gives the defense a chance here, as they don't really have much utility to try and section off Heaven. They have to use a dark cover towards spawn. Now they throw a fresh one up in Heaven, as the spike will be planted.
That's right. When the spike gets planted, you still have good positioning for an early push for Andbox, because in a few seconds, probably about 5 to 10, this is rushing through. Boy drops down as the other two are running through the Philly. You could focus if Boy is going to try to wide swing from the platform area or play towards logs. You still have better angles for the attackers moving in. And this round, though, we're trying to switch it over for the defenders. They're pushing two players towards the front of B. It's only a trade for a 1-for-1, but it's still good enough. Yaster has to come up huge right now for the kill for Rebo, and he does so towards the A side. So the 1-minute advantage comes back in favor of Andbox in his first half, as they're trailing behind by 2, and still, with 1 minute and 10 seconds left on the clock, everybody else from Moon Raccoons is still stuck for map control from the spawn side.
Pew pew, the laser beam operator. You could hear that sound come out of it. There's a nice shot. It sounds kind of ridiculous, to be honest. Yeah, he's gonna find 4 on the round, though.
Control. And it looks pretty good so far, at least for Moon Raccoons. Despite them being on a 5 versus 4, they still have a huge control of the C side. Little do they know, though, is Android. From the way that he's playing so far, he's watching for a garage push, but once the action is planted, he could go for the run it back and regain control of the C side. Still very hard for Moon Raccoons to take this round.
There.
ALEKSANDAR hiding in the dark cover.
There.
There are targets building up on the other side, but they're on both sides. There's the Hunter's Fury coming out now. That's going to be from Sean. Some pulses coming down range. No fatalities, but damage has been dealt, but it all falls onto Sean. Somehow this has fallen apart. Sean had him lined up. A great opportunity there, but who other than Boy to find the final kill on the retake? It seems almost awkward saying Boy so many times during a broadcast.
Round Rosie back versus Android to win that round. So 7-5, not too bad here for this half for both of these teams, as Andbox now taking the attacker side, and they're looking to split up towards A.
I'm still not sure if that play from Temperature was good or bad. It was so strange. Like, it could have backfired horrendously, but it ended up working out. It was a little bit peculiar, but regardless, we switch over, and the pistol round thus far working out nicely for Moon Raccoons. They find themselves in a 4-on-2. Just as I say that, though,
One enemy remaining.
you see it down to a 3-on-1. ALEKSANDAR able to pick off Boy, and that's a quick shot coming out into the belly of Poach. Strong defense coming in from Moon Raccoons. They didn't win the pistol in the first half, but they were able to find a string of rounds that came after the eco. Pick it long, but there was no one there anyway. You've got Fiend on the double stack, and I like the setup. Look at how much pressure is being applied towards short. You've got the Reyna right around the corner. You've got Omen here as well backing it up. Run it back being sent down. They're going to peek off the back of that one. Oh, look at the move. No, he whiffs. It could have been so good. The promising play was there, but the defense falls flat. It's now down to a 2-on-3. Rebo making it work with the SMG, and it's paid off in dividends. Rebo somehow finds you that Cyber Cage is always nice, but not quite like losing a Phoenix or maybe even the Omen, that flash potential, the openers that you require, the smokes that come down as well. They're going to be moving up towards B, and there are 2 players for Moon Raccoons positioned currently in A connector. Phoenix will be the first one to go in. It's Android And he actually clears the close left corner. There's no one there up on top of the boxes. There's the Rolling Thunder ult. I love this play. They want to get aggressive and take the fight towards the A side. Paranoia going to be going back the other direction, but they're wandering into a crossfire setup that I don't think they were anticipating at all. So the idea was solid.
To try to get into the site, but they're trying to make sure that they're not going to run into any type of angles that could be a crossfire. But so far, I'm talking about angles and crossfire. There's a huge one inside the A site.
Nice. Fat Paranoia coming down. That's one of the scary things about coming up this area. It's such a choke point, and a flash like Paranoia can be so brutal. Temperature's still on the site, playing Ring Around the Rosie right now. And look at that. Moon Raccoons shut out Andbox. See a whole lot of Viper played, and it is kind of fun to watch it. You're always going to see those long-range walls being sent out, and you can see the one over on A. That's the default. Here they go up in towards Heaven. Nice flash coming out to slow them down, but they're going to continue that movement forward. And they're going to gain control of Heaven and also of this B site. As the only defender here is that Breach, and he's now back behind the smoke. Now the defense has managed to sneak up pretty quickly and get into position, but Andbox with a solid plant, and then, yep, there's that venomous orb coming out from the Viper. It's going to be tough for them to get past that.
Well, now it is going to be just an aggressive push by Andbox on our top of mid side. Playing that retake attempt for the Moon Raccoons. A big flash, allowing Android to get one, but not capitalize on the second, but at least trade it there. And now you have only one more, having to run through the decay to move into B and get that spike plant. So that's 2 spike plants, 2 rounds for Andbox. They're looking for a 3rd spike plant as they're going straight through. A full flash from Yacer onto Rebo as Android gets a kill, still stays alive. The spike has been dropped. Now paint shell towards Hellside, but they're still opened up the site. Double flashes coming through here from the defenders as Sean picks it off against Android and a Paranoia from Heaven. But still, a 3 versus 3. A fault line to come down as well. Poach gets picked off, but nobody's pushing on top of that. Now the lurk from Seb on the top of Heaven. It's a 2 versus 2. A straight to the wall. He knows it's coming from Hell. As Fiend gets the second kill. A 1 versus 1, but boy, as we talk about Steve, they could still hold their grounds to wait for that rotate. Oh no, it's going to be a big fight.
Fiend able to spot out Boy as the flank lurk coming in from the Jet. That aggressive play pays off. Well, back off the play as well. Surrendering Spike back to the attacking side of Andbox. But look at this duel taking place over here in the corner. Yeah, Poach can't do much about that. As much as we want to see Viper played to its highest possible level, not much can be done when you can't see.
Yeah.
So
and
now it's been...
and make a noise too.
Yes, that too. So 4-on-2. Yay and his teammate trying to sneak in. That's Android. And Ye hits a nice shot on Alexander. That'll give him that opening opportunity with Android in a good position as well. Yep, there you go, taking out Fiend from Hell. So now, just like that, snap of a finger, it's down to a 2-on-2. Yes, sure, still a 2-on-2, Rolling Thunder on both sides, but look at the Cypher HP. Rebo's down to 38 HP. There's the Showstopper as well, and it's a double for Android. He may have been dead, but the rock
was trying to be sold from Breach. When Yacer made it back towards that mid side, well, you already had Fiend waiting around the corner on that rotation, cutting that rotation across, knowing that it was a fake no matter what. So Moon Raccoons keeping their cool, winning that round. They're doing the same thing this time like they did towards that pistol. Will it pay off? So many blinded players from Andbox moving into the site, and it's going to be the Showstopper trying to come through that smoke, or they're trying to cover, and they're just going to get picked by rifles, unfortunately.
That delay on the Showstopper as well, giving them a false sense of security, potentially, making them think, oh, no, we're good, we can move out.
Scoreline as Moon Raccoons is in the lead by 2. Mind you, this is still the second map where Moon Raccoons won the first one on Haven 13-9. So we have to try to win this one and start off well for Andbox, but quickly trade off by Fiend as they're trying to bring this to a 3rd map for Andbox, but trying to end it for Moon Raccoons.
Kills going both directions, but Android finding one. A back and forth volley that puts everything on Fiend. 14 HP for the Jet, who is the hard carry in the first half for Moon Raccoons. Not going to be. They're moving up in mid. Let's see, Fiend's going to be the one that leads the charge. Look at this position around the corner, though, from this raise. They're going to use that jiggle peek. There's the flash that comes out as well. Additional fire being sent out. Another flash. Fiend jumps right up into it. He can't help. Another flash coming in. Fiend's trying to do everything possible to survive. Somehow sneaks into the cloudburst and manages to make it work. It's a bizarre battle in mid that results in at least some success for Moon Raccoons. But what the hell did we just watch? It's a 3-on-2 for Andbox. But so strange, and they've lost the B site, so they now have full access to B to go ahead and stick the plant, and they'll send a nade up into heaven just in case, but there's no one there. The closest player was the Breach, who was in vents, and now he's waiting on his teammates to get into better positions, holding the crossfire just in case, towards the stairs. But it's going to be Poach as the Viper. First one in up the stairs, Cypher just behind. Yay on Breach, lagging a bit, but shuffling up through the mailroom. The positioning is solid, but it puts all the pressure on the Raze backside. Dueling ults coming out from both Breaches. As a result, the Breach has to peek out, but it puts all that pressure again. It's all on Raze. It's Alexander. Blast pack going down. Follow up blast pack as well. That's all that needed to be done anyway. The spike was too far gone.
It was okay. It came down to a 1 versus 1 that was low HP, but thankfully, Step HP doesn't matter at that point. He's a Counter-Strike player. You can have 1 HP, you can have 10 HP. As long as you have the aim, it's good enough. And as we talked about the aim, we're dropping Alexander as it's an eco round or a mixed buy coming in. Yeah, it looks like an eco round for the rest of Moon Raccoons. 2 Ghosts, 1 Sheriff, small shields for 2 players, and they're looking to regain control of this mid side, but you have so much map control. Well, not that much map control, but you're playing passively enough with a buddy system for the players that are playing more passively, which is good enough here for Andbox into this round.
The buy, again, it wasn't going to be great. It wasn't great last round. Rebo gets shot in the feet by Android. They continue to take that fight. Android's going to...
But this time for Andbox, they actually have that one-way smoke. They're going to see if Poach could actually hold it like he did before. And he does have support from Android that's playing from screens as well. So they're anticipating this push, so they have the perfect stack. But still, it's going to be sort of individual plays to start things off on the Heaven side, and Poach has come up huge.
Nice opener for Fiend, gunning down Poach, the Viper. Feeling the venomous sting of death instead of the sting of his own poisons. There's still plenty of forces here residing on the A site, though, and it's working out nicely. It's come down now to 1. Android yet again from back.
Toxic screen from the back of the site, courtesy of that Alexander, and he's able to get that first kill. Now this round, a leg shot, unfortunately, as Fiend connects with the headshot of his own, and he salvages the operator left behind by Yeaster. Now here comes the Into the Shadows, back inside the B site. You still have lurkers towards A, so we're kind of forcing a rotation, but we're still playing the pickoff game for Moon Raccoons to try to bring this into overtime. Still 5 players alive, low HP is going to be Fiend trying to clear up the Heaven side. If he gets another pick here versus Android that's playing on the other side of the Heaven side, you definitely will expect a rotation coming through, and then that's going to be an open B side, and that's exactly where Rebo is going with that spike. So this is going to be a huge kill, but it's going to be Android that takes the upper hand. It still makes Viper Poach fall back just a little bit, but after that, the rotation comes through. They know it's happening towards B, and Box is in a great position to bring this to a 3rd map.
You've got the Omen backside. Do they clear it? No. Boy will find 1, make it 2. The multi-kill King manages to force it down to 1. It's Temperature, but things are heating up all around him. Unable to find a way in.
We're just going to execute inside the B site from a Fiend Lear.
There was a chance that Owl drone was going to go past as well, but it decides to peek back, and they end up spotting out a target right around the corner. That initiates the push. Alexander, through that box, able to get a headshot onto Poach. The fast rotate comes through from Seb. Sean is waiting with arms wide open and a classic to greet him. Temperature picking off 1 more. It's all Moon Raccoons right now. Ye is the only one that's gotten on the scoreboard in pistol as Alex Raze. It doesn't mean it won't work. I just really like what a Raze would bring to the table. There's the flash through, actually going through the wall of the portal. And that'll be Fiend going now up into the corner, tucks away long enough to dodge the flash that came from the other direction. There's the Blaze Wall coming out as well from Alexander. Molly into the backside of sight. Fiend is punishing with 3. That's the Reyna doing what Reyna does best. Fiend has found 4, and you best believe Fiend wants the ace. And there is no reason for Fiend not to go for this. There's 1 player remaining. It's the Jet with the op, and Fiend likely to die here. No! Sean peeks first. Ye hits the shot. And that'll initiate more opportunity here for Fiend. Fiend actually at this point probably wanting to bait out his teammates who are coming around the corner. And of course, Temperature has to shoot.
Low on the ground to try to get an early pick into lamps to basically try to catch your opponent off guard. Did not pay off because it didn't go deep enough. So unfortunate there. It was very costly actually, but winning those 4 rounds in a row, they have money to work with. And speaking of money, so does Andbox, and they continue to add up on the tally. That's 2 frags already for the defenders, while the rest of Moon Raccoons are trying to push inside the split at the A side.
One enemy remaining.
Okay.
Boy.
Temperature throw a paranoia into the site or even elbow so that they can actually push into the site. The thing is, because he got caught in that trapwire, he was actually team flashed by the paranoia from his teammate because the other one was still coming from the defender side as soon as he went through the teleporter with Boy. So it's just well done there. Well, not well done. It was just a slight mistake, but well done by Seb with the trapwire. But a mistake on how they wanted to execute inside the B side for Moon Raccoon. Now they're on Eco, pushing in towards that side, but Android and Seb are still holding the ground.
Seb in cubby yet again. Make it another 3-piece for Seb. The last remaining target is Alexander, and boy,
And a Hunter's Fury was not enough this time for Moon Raccoons to move into the site. And Yaster across the map on the side of B. Shot picked off, falling back, sees another one as he dashes away, and he got legged himself actually. He got walled, he's down to 35 HP, but that's enough. A kill is enough there. It's Silva to drop 2, so that's no information from Sean anymore, being that Silva player that we praised before. And now another to fall. It's just looking so grim for Moon Raccoons in this last round of the first half.
Fiend trying to find an opening here. Toss that Lear out. The flash doesn't go deep enough. The flame wall and blaze wall is down. Seb again. Seb has played this position pretty much every time, and yet it still works out so nicely. It seems like they don't have much of a solution. A large part of that, again, I hate to...
No more charges left.
Well, they do manage to get onto the site. And there's Alexander waiting around the corner. 2 quick shots coming out from him. Poach is the last one remaining.
30 seconds left.
Inside the can. Poach trying to do what he can. Yeah, he's pushed all the way up on long. There's a target right around the corner. One in hookah as well, working with him. That'll be the Cypher. That's Seb. You can do the shots pulsating out through dark cover that's laid down in the window. There's Ye with the pickup. Alexander around the corner, not able to find it as Ye is just too good with the Vandal. Punishing blows coming in from Ye's push. The jump smoke coming out doesn't anticipate this player that's actually already made it into elbow.
30 seconds
and
left.
the smokes a little high for the one-way smokes, but there's a curving one around the corner to try and give them a little bit more cover. Fake updraft. I like the play from Ye, forcing them to guess vertically on his positioning. All 3 from Moon Raccoons making it into this back hallway and starting to inch their way towards elbow, where they're going to come out on the other side to a face full of Andbox. You've got Omen in Garden, you've got Cypher and Hookah. There's the peek though coming out from Sean. The Lear makes it a little bit easier. Poach with a quick trade back. Ye's found 3 on the run. Wants to find 4, but it's Poach to close it out.
With not that best of a buy. It's small shields, a curveball to come out, an owl drone, but that's really only going to spot Boy to start things off. Around the corner, it's Fiend, but he misses the off shot. So that's, again, the position given away, but he still re-peeks and gets the kill into Seb.
You know, I like this because of the fact that, quite frankly, what you've been doing hasn't been working, so why not, you know, take the fight to their doorstep? And in some instances, like looking at that last round, what worked for Fiend was the aggression.
Oh, no.
That ult hurts. Not only does it hit the Reyna, it also hits the Phoenix. And then in the end, the 3rd and final pulse will come out. Now you've got Poach positioned to find another kill, hiding inside the Cyber Cage. Does take a pulse if it doesn't matter. Boy is taken out. Rebo, and the last remaining target was Temperature, diced apart by Yaster, as it is going to be Andbox slicing up Moon Raccoons and taking